Hello there, my name's Gina Gardiner and I've got over 35 years experience in developing leadership from emerging leaders to the most senior. My work is about helping leaders become the very best type of leaders, those who lead by example and those who create and sustain success over time. I've created a series of books, the first of which is called Enlightened Emerging Leadership. Now, this is designed for people who are either contemplating becoming leaders, those who are existing leaders but find that leading other people is a bit like leading and herding cats, and those who are established leaders who want to do things in a different way because they recognize that the way they are leading is very stressful for them and is becoming less and less productive in terms of their business. What is it that makes an enlightened leader, and why is that so important? Particularly as a new or an inexperienced leader, what is it that makes the difference? You know, we live in a world where so often people are promoted because they're good at what they do. They're good at sales, they're good technicians, they're good at whatever it is. But that does not include the skill of leading others. It's a very different skill and it requires a very different approach. So I've created the series of books to help people develop over time into enlightened leaders. And an enlightened leader is one who leads by example, who leads with integrity, authentically, and who has compassion and has the courage to do what's right. I've written a number of leadership books, which you can find out through my author page on Amazon. There are a wide range of leadership books that are looking at different themes and at different levels of experience. This particular series is based on the principle of sharing with you what processes make a great leader, what are the values that make a great leader, and what are the behaviors that you need to see in order for those values to be demonstrated and to be really authentic. What I decided was that understanding the underpinning fundamental principles is important, but so often that's where books leave you. It's how do you incorporate those moment by moment into how you operate as a leader within your personal life and your professional life, because ultimately you're the common denominator that you take with you every moment of every day. So the principles of enlightened leadership are true for all areas of your life. But within these books, I particularly look at how you can incorporate the way in which you behave and how that can help you become a better leader. In Enlightened Emerging Leadership, I start with a short introduction, and then it takes you straight into a whole series of questions that enable you to understand where are you, what is it about the way in which you operate that works well, and which are the areas for development. It's designed to be used over a period of perhaps a month, 6 weeks. There is an audit, the characteristic of a good leader, and then you have an opportunity to do an initial audit score without judgment. It just is where you are. And then to look at yourself after you've started to incorporate some of the principles that I share within the book. And then a few months later to look at your progress. It's designed to be a living, breathing, working document that enables you to move forward and helps you recognize how you can improve as a leader across a whole wide range of criteria. So it's a great starting point for those people who are looking for promotion. But if you have been promoted, it gives you the opportunity to see where you can improve incrementally and breaks it down into bite-sized chunks. After all, you can't eat a cow in one sitting. If you're a vegetarian, you can't eat a whole field full of corn in one go. It enables you to actually start to look at yourself in a non-emotional way to own who you are. So some of the things, for example, would be around recognizing the importance of vision. Do you have a vision for your leadership? And are you able to communicate that effectively to the people who are within your team? It asks you to do is to score yourself out of 10. 10 being, I'm a great expert at this, I do it well, and all of the evidence points to me doing it particularly well. 1 is, I have no experience of that. Now, the important thing is no judgment, because in the judgment that I'm not good enough, you hold yourself back. But in the recognition, this is an area for development, and how am I going to move that forward? That gives you a very different energy behind how you are operating, and is a much more empowering one than I'm no good at this. Enlightened Emerging Leadership is designed to help you become more aware of your capacity to lead, areas of strength, and the areas for development. If you want to be successful in business, in life, then ultimately being the leader of yourself is most important. Then once you've done the deep dive work on yourself, it's much easier then to lead others authentically and in an enlightened way. So go and have a look. It's available on Amazon. Recognize that this is a workbook that's designed to help you help yourself to become a better leader. The other books in the series, and I'll be doing a video on each of those, is Enlightened Authentic Leadership, Enlightened Profitable Leadership, and Enlightened Limitless Leadership. Do go and have a look at those. They're designed to work in tandem with one another. You can do them sequentially, or you can run more than one at a time. If you want to be a great leader and to take people with you, then becoming an enlightened leader is really important, and has never been more important when you look at the economic landscape that we find ourselves in. It's those leaders who enable people to feel valued and feel that their contribution is really important that will want to stay with you. Those people who feel that, you know, arbitrary targets are set and they don't matter as people will go and find another job. We are moving into a huge skills shortage. And so it behoves you as a leader to recognize that your style of leadership makes a huge difference to the success of your team and the success of your business, whether that's in the corporate world or in the entrepreneurial world. Thanks for listening. And I do hope that you will go and have a look at some of the other videos. Remember, this book is available on Amazon on my author page, and you'll find the links in the description. Bye-bye now.